Was President Trump's assassination attempt in Butler, Pennsylvania real or staged? Let's ask AI to make the case for both sides of the arguments. First, let's go over the event and what we all saw on our TV screens. It was July 13th, 2024, a humid evening in Butler, Pennsylvania that changed American history in seconds. 8 shots fired from a rooftop, a former president bleeding on stage, and a crowd in a panic. But even before the smoke cleared, the internet was already at war. Some called it a false flag staged for sympathy. Others saw it as an inside job by the state. Today, we're looking at both sides of the most debated event of the decade. Was it staged or a terrifyingly real failure of security? We'll look at the evidence, the investigations, and the questions that still haunt the public. First, we will go over the case that the attempt was real. Let's start with what we know for a fact. Every major federal agency, the FBI, the Secret Service, and a bipartisan congressional task force has confirmed this was a real assassination attempt. First point made is you can't stage a death. A 50-year-old fire chief was killed while shielding his family. 2 others were critically injured. Ballistics show real Remington rounds were fired into that crowd. Second point, audio forensics experts from Montana State University confirmed that the cracks heard on the microphone were supersonic bullets passing at high speed. A New York Times 3D model shows a straight line trajectory from the shooter's rooftop directly to where Trump was standing. Point 3, the shooter was a 20-year-old with a history of researching high-profile assassinations. He didn't just show up. He used a drone to scout the area hours before the rally. He was shot and killed on that roof by a Secret Service counter-sniper. Now let's focus on the argument that the Trump assassination was staged. A poll conducted in July of 2024 showed almost 30% believed it was a staged event. If we take this into the population of the United States, over 100 million Americans believe the Trump assassination attempt was a staged event to boost the popularity of the candidate. So why do so many Americans believe this event was staged? Let's look at some of the staged event arguments. The most common argument is the sheer impossibility of the security failure. How does a 20-year-old with a rifle get on a rooftop just 400 feet from a president? Skeptics also argue the Secret Service was suspiciously slow to react, even after witnesses pointed out the gunman minutes before the shots. Some focused on the blood. Online theorists claim Trump used a blood pill or a squib because they didn't see blood until he touched his ear. Others pointed to the iconic photo of Trump's fist pump, arguing it was too perfect and looked like a calculated photo op. Some skeptics also often question how an AR-15 round known for devastating damage only nicked an ear. They argue a direct hit would have taken the ear off entirely. However, medical experts like Ronnie Jackson and Dr. Anthony Fauci have noted that a high-velocity graze can result in exactly the kind of 2 centimeters surface wound Trump sustained. There is also another group of staged believers out there. They are the ones that believe the deep state was responsible for the assassination attempt. A Senate report later revealed that the Secret Service headquarters had denied multiple requests for additional security assets for Trump in the weeks before the rally. In addition to the denied request from Secret Service, investigators found that agents on the ground weren't told about a specific threat from Iran that had been identified some days earlier. To some, this intentional thinning of security looks like a passive attempt to allow an attack to happen. So where does that leave us? The final House Task Force report issued 37 recommendations to fix stunning failures but found no evidence of a grand conspiracy or inside job. The staged theories generally rely on hyperreal interpretations treating a real-life crisis like a scripted movie where things must happen perfectly or they are fake. But real life is messy. Incompetence, poor communication, and luck often explains more than a massive, flawlessly executed conspiracy could. So there you have it. AI has come to the conclusion that the Trump assassination was real and not a staged event. What do you think? Is AI right? Or does this still leave you doubting the assassination was real? Leave a comment below. If you like this video that makes you think, please like and subscribe. Thanks for watching. Till next time, never stop thinking.